Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we once again are on the really big pain train right now for a lot of big console users, PC users, and everyone else, where people are just done. People are just upset, and I've talked about this topic a few different times. Right now, we have another brand new iteration of it, where people, like I said, are just done. Now, there's a certain limit, and there's a certain level, especially when it comes to gamers as a whole, where they allow certain things. If you're playing a certain game, there's a few little microtransactions and a few little extra special things to, if you optionally want to go and buy it, you're fine. You're cool with it. You can maybe avoid it, whatever it might be. Think of Fortnite. You don't have to have skins to have fun in Fortnite. It does help. It is cool. It's a nice little bonus of why people spend money on it, but you don't always 100% need it. But as of right now, we've been seeing a really big trajectory, which has been very worrisome, which is why I keep on making videos on it, where a lot of games are just tone deaf. They don't understand. They don't realize that, number one, the economy is rough, and number two, that gaming as a whole is meant to be fun. You're meant to unlock things, you're meant to do stuff. And I've talked about this on a separate video game, but this one as maybe not necessarily worse, but it's worse that it happened here. I'm being a little bit, like, I guess, facetious, if that's the right word for it, but you guys will understand as I go and talk about it and kind of explain a bit more. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy this rant, I want to hear your thoughts, I want to hear your comments, and of course, we have the usual sell stuff. We have a bajillion different cool Best Buy links down below for the holidays. I hashtag ad and Best Buy partner, but like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, Tamagotchis, everything, check those on out if you're interested down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch will probably live up on Twitch, and I do want to say officially tomorrow, these are now scheduled and technically live. We're going to be doing a brand new giveaway too as well. So in case you guys just want to make sure you guys are entered in for that one, make sure you guys are, like, you know, following the good old socials and all that. We'll have more details for that tomorrow, but it will be, I think it's all officially good and set and confirmed for the holiday season. So I'm excited. I've not had a chance to do a giveaway in a little bit, so I'm hyped up for that. Sorry for the quick little intro. Like I said, we're probably live up on Twitch. Go swing on by and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Sorry for way too much. But anyway, in case you guys missed it, we've been having a little bit of a drama right now where I'm kind of putting my fist up over here versus Mortal Kombat. Now, this video is not going to be about Mortal Kombat, but if you guys have maybe seen, Mortal Kombat kind of completely disregarded their user base. They've been selling these really expensive, like $15 little animations and cutscenes for the fighters. They're trying to go and sell skins and DLCs that should be technically factored out in and included to the game, like something you go and play and you earn over time. And well, people have not been happy. People have been boycotting the game. People have been basically saying, we never want to play this game ever again. People are saying there's also even schemes where people were literally reeling back the time in their console, like basically saying, I hate it's in April instead of, like, you know, December, to go and get free skins because they're like, we don't want to pay for this. This was free at one point. Why do we have to spend money to get stuff that was free at one point? All very justifiable because you do not want to be milked like the cash cows companies expect you to be. And this is where things get kind of worse because we had one big major gaming drama over there with Mortal Kombat that those folks are not happy. But now part two of this is one of the more beloved series too as well. There's the three big head honchos of fighting games. Technically four: Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat for the more serious, competitive side, and obviously you always got to put a little bit of respect on Smash too. But when it comes to this one, Street Fighter has now joined the fray of them just absolutely decimating their community, where people on Reddit, people on Twitter, people playing the game are upset on how greedy these games are. Now, I do want to say, top of the video, I'm okay with, like, games having microtransactions. I'm okay with games having little bonus cosmetics. You have to pay employees to make those. It makes the game longer for longevity. And a lot of games that I play, League of Legends, etc., usually have skins as how they fund the game. Microtransactions, Fortnite, it's fine. It's normalized. Do it well, and I'm okay with it. If it doesn't take away from the gameplay, I'm okay with it. Or if it's, like, also not greedy, I'm okay with that too as well. But Street Fighter is also a game you had to spend money on. You had to spend, like, the actual $70 on. So my standards for what they allow is a lot higher. Same with Mortal Kombat. If I bought the game, I want incentives to play the game. I want to have things to unlock as I play the game. I want to play multiplayer fights and do 50 fights and I like a new cool skin if I win 50 times to incentivize me to learn new characters, check out skins, and kind of keep the game community alive. I always say this. And this is where things get ridiculous, where some of the DLCs are now costing more than the game itself is. And people do not like this. I do not like this. With the holidays, I just spent a lot of money buying presents for my family, you know, and that's not I'm not going to complain about that. Like, that's fine. I want to support my family, my friends. But if my money is already kind of tight and allocated my discretionary money, that means that, guess what? People want to go and buy food. People want to pay rent. People don't want to be homeless. People want to go and have Christmas presents for their family. And having a chance to go and spend more money on DLCs than the game itself is actually worth is very tone deaf. And as you guys can see, this brand new DLC 3 threatens the glory of this game that could have been good. Like, right now, I have not seen a single bad thing about Street Fighter. I liked it. I played it. I thought the game was cool. Mortal Kombat, I've seen a lot. Like, I've seen a lot of bad stuff on Mortal Kombat, which kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And now this bad taste is now mitigating over here to Street Fighter. So saying Capcom in a rare miss has now misjudged the price of the Street Fighter 6 outfits and their 3 offerings, and that's a shame. And people are upset about it, people are complaining about it, and rightfully so. So with Street Fighter 6, Capcom nailed it. I think the game is cool, I thought the vibe was cool, I thought they had brand new stuff was cool, and I enjoyed it. I literally have played this game, so I can vouch for it. Like, I've streamed this game on my Twitch, and I think it's fun. It's an enjoyable game. It's one of the best games of 2023, and I agree on that one too. And before, as well, they didn't really necessarily have the most microtransactions. They always have. They've been around. But it wasn't like this very, very kind of cutthroat type vibe. So to be entirely fair, they say it's important to note that Street Fighter 6 has been monetized with optional cosmetics since its release. So these things exist, and that's cool because people didn't complain about it being too expensive or too invasive, and that's how it's fine. Like, if you just want to support the game a little bit more, you're a cash pig for it, you want to go for it, you have the, like, say you make $500,000 a year, or you just really like the game, like, that's okay. Like, you could spend money on stuff, it's totally fine. But when it's just tone deaf, it's rough. So they have things, like player created avatar characters, stickers, other add-on photo modes, and all these other various things too as well, which you can basically go and either get from the fighting passes, or you can also unlock stuff through playing, or a mixture of the both, which is once again also then fine. And they keep on saying, like, yeah, over the last 6 months they felt like they were never gouged or things were too expensive and anything out here, but now that they're basically saying that this has been one of the biggest and worst things out here as well. And this is because it costs there's a few big elements for it. Now, so the skins themselves are only like $5 to $6 per costume, which is expensive, but like you do it once, okay, maybe. But the fact of the point, there's 2 different big things that change up for the game, which is really rough. Is number one is that when you want to go and buy, say, these certain types of coins, like, like the V-Bucks type currency, you're always like basically locked at never having enough. So instead of having just a $5 purchase, or like how Nintendo's like, just add as much money as I need for this purchase to my card, no, you get to spend $250, or you spend $5 to get 250 fighter coins. To buy a skin, you need 300. So what do you do then? You cannot just go and buy the cheapest one, you have to buy at least then the 610 one, or buy at least 2 with the $25 or 250 points, points for that one for $10. So either way, you're basically locked in on overpaying to go buy. It's like basically you're buying vouchers. Like, so you don't want to buy like a, I don't know, like a drink at like a restaurant, like a soda, and you have to buy a $5 voucher to get a drink that costs $3. Well, no matter what, you're almost never going to be able to go and overly spend the amount of money you need. You're always going to be spending more. So number one, people are not happy about that. Like, their price points for this stuff is dumb. Like, if they made it $250 and you go buy it for $250, which is totally fine because they made it $300 before, people wouldn't complain. It's like, okay, fine, I'll go spend the $5. It's done, it's clear. But no, you have to go and have 610, which makes no sense. So yeah, you can go and buy 2 skins, but then even then you're overpaying for 10 of these random fighter coins. It's just dumb. It's just stupid. But the bigger thing too is there's also a lot of characters. There's also no big bulk buy discounts, and people out here are basically fuming on this. Like, if you kind of go through some of these types of posts over here, they're like, yeah, if you want to go buy everything, it's $100 in total. The whole game is not that much money. Now, once again, it's optional, it's bonus, you don't necessarily fully need to get it, but people are sad. They're basically like, yeah, we're like so close to having this perfect game. We're so close that we liked it, and they had to go and mess it up with these brand new outfits. Like, look at this. Like, why can't we have nice things, or at least give them like a reasonable price, or make them a bundle? Sell them for $2 each, and then people would probably maybe buy it, literally all of them. Get a big mega bundle for $50, which is still a lot of money in my mind, because it costs more than a game sometimes if it's on sale. Well, but even then, you could still save some money for like the big people, or maybe make a mix and match where someone can go and maybe buy 10 of them. You just unlock them for free, spend $20, and it's still a win-win. Like, you get the option of choice, you get a good value deal, but no, you have to buy every single one of them individually too as well. And they're saying like, yeah, this is a scummy move from Capcom. Like, they're saying it's pretty scummy too. They've been making all the right moves so far with Street Fighter, and I agree. This is why I complain, because like, if a game's good, like, just keep it going. Like, you have a few little microtransactions, no one's gonna complain. You go and do something that's really greedy like this, which $100 just to have a skin in a game that costs like $50, maybe even $30 in sale now because it's been out for a little bit, that's just ridiculous. Like, I know like microtransactions cost a lot of money. I've seen Diablo skins that cost $50, and I will still stand by that's really ridiculous too as well. It's stupid. And then people at this point have been saying that like, people don't want to play the game. They want to boycott this game. Now, granted, that's also Twitter and Reddit where they complain about that stuff a lot. Don't get me wrong, like, they complain about everything, but at the same time, like, you just can't be always gouging out your customers. Like, this is really rough to go and see. And they're saying like, yeah, like, they just say it just doesn't include like, the DLC stuff. You have like a battle pass thing to have new characters, and you don't even have that factored on in, let alone the skins and everything else. Like, you can't earn this stuff. It's like, you have to spend money on it. And I understand you have to pay people, you have to pay modelers, you have to pay all of that. I get that. I just don't want you guys watching who play these games getting scammed and losing money, or just being like basically a cash cow over here for a random company, because this costs a lot of money, and like, this is stupid. And people obviously like were okay with the small things they did before, and now they came out with this and they realize it's not a good value, and people get upset. And I just think people, especially for microtransactions, are over this stuff, and they just want to have a normal gaming experience. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments, all this stuff down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and definitely go check out all those links if you guys are interested down below in the comment section and description for the Best Buy hashtag ad and Best Buy partner links. We have cool stuff like Pokemon cards, Tamagotchis, and everything else all linked down below. And of course, subscribe if you guys are new or swing by the Twitch, you guys are bored and want to say hello.